for this session today. I also welcome all the university representatives who have taken their time out for this session, all the students of Shalom Hills International, the principal, Bhupinder ma'am, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. And we will be starting with a quick introductions from the universities. Then we will move on to the Q&A session. Students, you can drop in your questions in Q&A box. So very quickly, I would like to start with Mr. Ankur Jain from Pearl Academy. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Almas. Let me share my screen. Hope this is visible to everyone. Yeah, thank you. Once again, a very good evening and very warm welcome to everyone, all the students, academicians, and my fellow colleagues from Pearl Academy and UPS and other teammates from other universities to this lovely evening. I am Ankur Jain. I represent a global university system which has a strategic alliance with the two of the academic institutions of our country, which is Pearl Academy as well as UPS. To have to give you, with respect to a brief introduction about our institution, which is a Pearl Academy, to take it forward. Who are we? Being into the system for about 27 years now. Pearl Academy is been now present in about 5 locations in our country. We are present in Delhi, Jaipur, Mumbai, and then in Bangalore. And we are present, we are starting our 2 new campuses this year, one in Delhi South as well as in Bangalore. More than 45 creative courses which have been available at Pearl Academy in the field of fashion, design, media, and business. One thing that we always vouch for is about our alumni and students and the faculty that we have, which is about more than 300 faculty from the industry who have been associated with Pearl Academy. We also have plenty of alliances globally as well as nationally. And as an institution, Pearl maintains a track record of about 99% over the last few years. We also been ranked as one of the best design colleges in India by ASSOCHAM and been also rated as being amongst the top 25 fashion college in the world by Business of Fashion. Under the Pearl Academy has 4 different schools. School of Fashion has 3 courses at a UG level: fashion design, fashion styling and creative direction, and textile designing. Primarily, so these are the players wherein the students of ours gets placed with H&M, Anju Modi, Shantanu Nikhil, and many more. Under the School of New Age Business, Pearl offers the courses in the field of fashion and lifestyle business, digital marketing and data analytics, global luxury brand management. And students of New Age Business are typically being placed at organizations like ITC, IBM, Louis Vuitton, H&M, Gucci, and Amazon. Under the School of Design, we have 3 verticals. So there is one vertical which is caters to courses in the field of product design, jewelry, and accessory design. Another vertical of Pearl under the School of Design has courses at a UG level in the terms of graphics and communication design, user experience, that's UI UX. This year we started 2 new courses. One is game design, animation, and VFX. The third vertical at Pearl, we have the courses in the field of interior design. Students at Pearl have been placed at organizations like Accenture, Capgemini, IBM, Walt Disney, and Godrej Interior. Under the School of Contemporary Media, we have courses in the field of journalism, entertainment, fashion communication, advertising, and marketing. The Dean for School of Media at Pearl Academy is Mr. Vivek Vaswani, who comes with a vast experience from the industry. We call it as an entertainment industry, and he heads the School of Contemporary Media at Pearl Academy. Students of contemporary media are typically being placed at organizations like Dharma Production, Colors, Red FM, Radio Mirchi, and Aaj Tak. If I have to talk about the alliances for our courses at a UG level, so we have plenty of alliances with international universities, which is Manchester Metropolitan University, Domus Academy, FIT, University of Derby, Torrens University, Australia, Nottingham Trent University, and many more, wherein students got an opportunity to go for a various exchange program. As an admission process, so there is a 3-stage of admission process that we follow. Student has to appear for a general proficiency test, followed by a design aptitude test or a media aptitude test. Students who have opted for the business related courses, they'll go for the personal interviews immediately after the general proficiency test. Uh, Now I would request my colleague Vaibhav Sharma from UPS to speak about the institution and
Yeah,
the courses.
thank you so much, Ankur sir, and good evening to one and all. So UPS, the way pearls need no introduction, and similarly UPS needs no introduction. So we are the Petroleum University of India, and we are ranked 27th globally in energy and domain-specific courses. So we have 150 plus specializations to offer. So, sir, if you can help me with navigating the slide. So please, yeah, next, yeah. So this is the university which is known for their specializations. So 150 plus specializations in the field of computer science, management, law, design, health sciences, media. So we don't call it media, we call it modern media, and smart agriculture. So smart agriculture is the school will be launched this year. We have 94% of placements. We have 560 plus recruiters, and 50% of them are new recruiters. So companies like Microsoft, Amazon, IBM, all the giants with the different walk of life are one of are what part of our recruitment team at UPS. So this is a UGC recognized university and NAC accredited. We have academic collaborations within industry giants like IBM, Zebia Labs, that is again USA based company. This is the only university which is associated with NITI Aayog. So NITI Aayog is a revamped version of Planning Commission, and we are doing, we do a lot of research projects with NITI Aayog, which gives practical exposure of practical exposure to students at UPS. We are based out of Dehradun, and we have campus which is 44 acres, twin campus, surrounded by lush green trees at the foothills of Mussoorie and Himalayas. So we are ranked fifth beautiful campus in India. So out of 1,000 universities, we are among the fifth beautiful campus in India. So the future is bright at UPS. So we have got 5-star ranking for employability, facility, and teaching at UPS. And the infrastructure wise, we have state of the art infrastructure. So yeah, UPS is okay. Next, please. So when we talk about UPS, schools. So as I've told you, we have 8 schools: School of Design, School of Law, School of Management, School of Business, and the School of Computer Sciences, School of Engineering, School of Health Sciences. We have 2 campuses, and as of now, we have more than 15,000 students studying at the campus. We have 45 plus funded research projects and 40 plus patents. So we have incubation center. We encourage students to go for entrepreneurship, to innovate new things, new ideas. A lot of students and a lot of faculties have innovated various products, even in these last 3 months of pandemic times or challenging times. So we have innovated a lot of products and we have patented it. Next. So these are the industry giants we are associated with. So we are the first one to introduce IBM, International Business Machine, US-based company, to university framework globally. We are the first one to introduce Zebia into university framework. We are associated with Cisco. We are associated with Oracle. So these are the industry partners. These are the industry giants which help us to co-deliver, co-develop, and co-certified programs at UPS. So they come for lecturing, they come for practical exposure, and they do help students for internships and placements. Next. So this is the placement chart. We are increasing, we are inching towards 100% of placements, and every year we are increasing. So last year we had 97% of the placements, and specifically
please stick to the time limit.
Yeah, I'll be just winding up in a minute. So when we talk about employability, we emphasize more on employability rather than employment. The kind of research projects we help our students to get engaged in, and the kind of cultural exchange programs, the kind of university, because we are partnered with 26 universities across world, and we help students to go and refine their studies to all these universities. Next, please. So this is the global opportunity I was talking about. So 50% fee waiver, waiver to all for all the PG courses to all our partner universities. And there's a study overseas program in which we'll be, asking the student to visit our international universities for 4 weeks, and they just have to pay for travel and stay. Entire cost of studies is to be beared by UPS. Along with it, I mean, we are offering free of cost professional programs from Amazon Web Service, IBM, Tableau, Alibaba.com. And for girls, 2020 is an year for women empowerment at UPS. So we are offering 25% flat fees, scholarship to all girl child for undergraduate and postgraduate courses. Next. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to see you at the campus.
Gaurav to type in the inquiry ID in the chat box if in case students wanted to put in there any queries. They can reach out to us at inquiry@pearlacademy.com, and similarly for UPS.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So now moving on to Flame University, Ms. Neha Verma.
Hi, good evening, everyone. All the university delegates, principal ma'am, and all the students. So I'm Neha Verma. I'm representing Flame University, which is also called the Foundation for Liberal and Management Education, Pune. And as the name suggests, that it's situated in Pune, which is also called the Education Hub of India. It's a huge 75-acre campus situated in a valley. And we are extremely famous for the quality of education that we provide, the faculty that we have, the infrastructure, and the unique combination of courses that we are offering. There are about 280 plus unique combinations that you can choose out of the courses. So the courses that we are offering at the moment are BA in Economics, Psychology, Literary and Cultural Studies, Environmental Studies, International Studies, Journalism, Public Policy, and Sociology, and then BA Honors in Economics. We also have BSc in Applied Mathematics, BSc Honors in Computer Science. Then we have BBA. One is having subjects like Finance, Marketing, Human Resources Operations, and Entrepreneurship, and the others is BBA Communications Management, which has subjects like Advertising and Branding, Digital Marketing, Film and Television, and Communication Studies. Apart from these, Dance, Music, Theatre, and Design can also be taken up as a minor along with these majors. And we also have, so this is divided into 4 segments. So we have the foundation courses, then we have the experiential learning courses that enables the students to get exposure to issues and challenges of the real world, like we have the developmental activities program, the Discover India project, and of course the summer internship. We also have open elective courses that enable students to continue to sample disciplines outside their specializations. And of course the interdisciplinary specializations that I just talked about. So I would like to give a few examples here. Like you can have economics with applied mathematics, you can have international studies with theater, you can have marketing with advertising and branding. So these are the kind of unique combinations that we are offering. Our students are getting placed at really good multinational companies, like few examples are Deloitte, the Times of India, Radio Mirchi, Business Traveler, Bajaj Finserv, Sheraton Group, Hindustan Unilever, and many more. So the details are also given on our website. Coming to the facilities that we have, so our student-teacher ratio is about 9:1, and there are about 4 student houses, 20 student council leaders. There are about 300 and plus courses that we offer, and there are about 20 plus students club. So this university is a very and I will be sharing the details in the chat box. So you, anyone who has any questions can, ask me anytime. Thank you much.
Thank you, Neha. Now next up is Ms. Gargi Seth from Shivnada University. So Gargi, over to you now.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all the members of the panel and to the students. Let me just share the screen with you. I'll not take much of your time. Give me a minute. Okay, let me start straight away with Shivnada Foundation being the core company under which Shivnada University comes. So as we all know, it's started by Mr. Nader, the chairperson of HCL. So Shivnada University has been a leading university with a very comprehensive, multidisciplinary, research-focused and a student-centric approach towards the education industry. If we talk about the university overview, we were established in the year 2011. We are UGC approved, privately state-owned university. We have 5 schools under us. School of Engineering is one of them. Humanities is one of them. So there are other schools as well. We have 40 plus programs which are being offered currently in the university. Then we have 6 research centers that are then there in the university, 24 departments, more than 2,200 students, and 200 faculties within the campus. It's a fully residential university, which is settled in 286 acres. What makes us unique? We have multidisciplinary curriculum, world-class faculty, research-focused, diverse student body, and an open culture. We foster exchange of ideas, and it's a fully residential university with students from all the states, 27 states, and UT is representing their states in the university. If we talk about the accolades, the achievements of the university, then it's ranked 52 under university category NIRF ranking in 2019. Accredited with the A grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, NAC. Chosen as Institution of Eminence by the Government of India. Received Atal Incubation Grant of 8.8 crore. That's only 10 institutions were selected out of 3658 institutions that applied for Atal Incubation Center. So we are very proud that we own one of those centers here in our university. Ranked 7 in the Institutional Swachh Ranking 2018 at the Higher Education Institution by MHRD. That was a short intro to the university. I can go on and on about the university. However, to cut short about the university, I would like to tell you that as far as our admission process is concerned, for next year, we will be launching our forms in the month of January, or keep a tab on our website. We might come earlier as well. Because of the COVID-19 thing, we did change, we revisited the whole admissions process, and we made quite a few changes. So we do accept, the applications via SAT. We do accept applications via ACT scores. We also accept JEE scores for engineering and natural sciences student. And we also accept that is our main channel of taking intake of the students, which is our SNU SAT. That is our exam that we held of our own. SNU SAT plus APT. That's a 3-year exam that anybody can fill the form and opt for. So that is a brief about the admissions process and the university. We do also offer scholarships to the bright student. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gargi. Now I would like to call Ms. Deepmala from OP Jindal Global University to take on from here.
A warm welcome to all of you, and good evening, teacher, principal ma'am, principal sir, students, and everybody present here. I know I have got 4 minutes. Is it 4 minutes? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You have
Okay.
5 minutes with you. Yeah.
Great. So I wanted to utilize this. I'll just share my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay. Just a moment. Just take 1 minute. Okay. Now, I just wanted to tell you, like, I presume that all of you know about OP Jindal Global University. It is situated in Sonipat, Haryana, and it is a university which started in 2009. September, with a modest number of 100 students, and we started with the school, law school, and now in the span of 11 years, we've now have more than 5,000 students, and we have 9 schools which we are running. And presently we have about 16 undergraduate programs which we are running. So the reason I shared the screen with you is basically a synopsis of the entire programs which we have, which I'm going to share it with the school, and the students can go through this at leisure. I just wanted to share a brief story with you, because I think this is the time when we are all staying in an uncertain time, where we are absolutely unsure about what's going to happen next. Whether we'll be having a regular college, or whether we will be meeting people, having the entire process online as this has been predicted. So in this kind of a situation, it is very important that apart from considering the regular reasons why you should go to a college, you should also consider that which college is equipped to handle the current change. So I just wanted to tell you that that's how I started. I want to share a brief story. This university basically has been conceptualized by a young scholar from Harvard and Oxford, and he started his journey from Delhi University. And he had a vision of starting a world-class education system in India. So with that vision in mind, he approached various philanthropists, and then he managed to get Mr. Naveen Jindal, who happened to be our chancellor and also the investor, to start this university. So with a fresh idea and with a lot of enthusiasm, Professor C. Rajkumar started this institution, and he tried to get a global perspective to the entire program, and that's how it is called OP Jindal Global University. So with that vision in mind, he started, and he made a lot of impossibles into possible, like getting into within 11 years of existence. We were actually one of selected as Institute of Eminence. We have been selected or declared as #1 private university in India by QS ranking. We've also been recognized as the cleanest campus by the government in Swachh Bharat campaign, many more such accolades. So it is very coming back to the question as to why or how you should choose your college. If I have to answer your first couple of questions is what are the processes, how many subjects we have, it's all there on the screen, and I'm going to share that personally with you too. The next part is whether the current university or college are equipped to handle the change, to be adjusted to the new normal. So let me tell you that, we are very proud to say this, that the moment this crisis arose, we straight away with our existing students, we went online. So we are currently, all our students are second year students who happen to be the first year student last year. They are having online classes. So all our classes are online now, all our assessments are done. So students are very happy, and they are waiting for the regular classes are starting from August, that is online. And for a new batch, which we're expecting for 2020, we are also planning to start online. So we are equipped. Not only are we equipped, we are also planning to do all possible ways to interact with our current parents and the future parents, which we are expecting us to join. So this is very important that, you be a part of an institution who is progressive, who knows what they are doing, and who is absolutely at par with any of the foreign universities. I would say a little ahead in certain cases. So this is what I wanted you to know. And you're a young student. This is not the right time, actually. At this point of time, we are all worried as to what will happen next, whether we are at all going to do, a lot of things are going to change. So in this kind of a situation, and I'm very happy that your school has taken this initiative and is optimistic that things are going to be normal very soon. Even I believe it's going to be normal soon. And I hope it to happen. And when it happens, then too, we'll all again transcend to the same model. So as far as our examinations, as you know that if I talk about coming back to our admission process, we currently we have completely shifted online. So entire process of admission is online. We have a test called JSAT, which we take for all our programs apart from architecture and law. For law, we take LSAT. And for architecture, of course, we'll be following the regular norms. All our tests are online. Our AI-enabled home proctored examination is something which we are doing. So there is lots to talk about in terms of how we choose our student. Of course, there is a pattern, but we consider people not in the basis of application number. We believe in names. So in that perspective, what we do is we don't really go by for a 99% or a 99.9% or 100%. So when we talk about marks of class 10 and 12, we have our criteria is for application is as low as 60%. But of course, we expect you to do well. And that is not, what we are looking at. We are looking at a higher marks because we want you to study. That doesn't mean you'll be complacent. Having said that, we look beyond your marks. So what we really look at is your personality, is your how much have you explored or challenged yourself? What are your extracurricular activities? That is, we do this through interaction with our faculty. So for each school, we have a faculty member who will be having an interview with you. They'll sit with you, they'll have a chat. In the current situation, we did it online, but of course it was a face-to-face interview. And we discuss and we try to create a best fit for you. So it is not that you apply and you straight away get through. So it is about, we try to understand what is your vision and whether your vision is matching our vision and whether together we can make a difference. So we are trying to create a holistic education system where students become, they are equipped with the current skill sets which is required. Like if I talk about critical thinking, I talk about adaptability. That's the most important skill which I feel we all need. So not only do we talk about it, we ensure that we ingrain this to the students. I had done a little research about your school, and I've also done a little bit of research about your students and the parents, how they respond. So I've got very, very positive review where people say that we have similar values in terms of how your school, you treat each child as an individual, and how how students are treated as a unique being. So it will be a smooth transition for you. So it will not be like a new place after you finish your class 12 and you join Jindal, if that's what is your aspiration. Because we have a very good infrastructure. We have a state-of-the-art infrastructure, if you have to say. You talk about anything, it's there, be it a swimming pool, which is an Olympic-sized swimming pool. You talk about playgrounds. You talk about library. You talk about Wi-Fi, air-conditioned. It's all there. So that's something which is taken care, and I'm sure there will be a smooth transition. Collaborations. Of course, we have collaborations with more than 250 institutions. So you have ample opportunity to interact with different universities. Being in India, getting an opportunity to either go semester abroad, or it could be a dual degree program, or it could be, study abroad options. So of course, this is also there. Beyond that, and the most important thing, I like to keep the best for the last, which is the faculty. So we have faculty not only who are of foreign origin and represents more than 32 countries, but we also have faculties from India, from top 200 universities across the globe, who has industry knowledge and who also has the willingness to teach, and they are here by not by force, they're here by choice. So they spend good time with you. They are more like a mentor than just teacher. They go beyond the call of duty. They spend time with you. Since we are a residential university, you have ample time to interact with them. You can go beyond the office hours too. Students, again, so these are something which I wanted to share with you, which is not there in the slide. For the rest of the information, let me tell you, we are a very open university, and we have admission counselors for each and every program. If you see in the screen, their contact number and their email ID is mentioned there. So take your time, there is no hurry. First, decide. If you decide, okay, I want to join OP Jindal, I'm sure you must be having a lot of criteria. And what I've mentioned, probably that will help you. Like, you know, if I have to say, if you have A, B, C, D criteria like infrastructure, faculty, of course, the resource in terms of how much you
Sorry to
want to
interrupt, ma'am. Please stick to the
no
time limit. We
problem.
can cover, we
I
can
can
cover a lot of things in the Q&A session also.
Sure. So I'm more or less done basically. So this is what I wanted to say. We are very with our open arms. We are waiting to welcome you, and we would like to answer all your questions. And please give us the opportunity to come over and have another session. We'll love to share. And if there's any question, of course, I'll be taking it now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Next up is Mr. Gaurav Quatra from the Academy of Pastry and Culinary Arts. Gaurav, are you there?
I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening to all parents, students, and principal ma'am, teachers. So I represent APCA, Academy of Pastry and Culinary Arts. It's a culinary college based out of the nearest one is in Gurgaon only. We have a presence in 5 countries in Asia, and we represent. If I start with our journey, we started in 2010 from Malaysia as a pastry school. So in the center, if you see, there's an image of Chef Nikhilesh Sharma. He is the founder of the academy. He worked with Oberoi and Taj, and he got an opportunity to visit US in year 2008, where he visited a pastry school and realized that Asia doesn't have any good pastry school. So came back with this idea, collaborated with his school friends, and started with this venture from Malaysia in 2010. Then 15, we started with Gurgaon in Philippines. 16, Bangalore came into picture, 18, Mumbai. 2019, we started with Indonesia and Singapore as well. We also have a retail chain by the name of Onchonte, started in 2018 from Khan Market. And as the school is based out of Gurgaon, so we also have a place in La Marche, which is in South Point Mall, Gurgaon. So we do retail from there. And our students also get an opportunity to work as interns, and they also get their placements in the this high-end patisserie. There is a very, very interesting concept of World Cup of pastry, like we have World Cup of cricket or World Cup of in soccer. There is a concept of a World Cup of pastry which happens in France. And this was our third attempt in 2019, and we won the World Cup as well. It was a really a very, very big achievement in this vertical. After Japan, we have become the second Asians to win this World Cup. So it was the 30th edition of World Cup. We primarily offer 3 kinds of programs. One is into pastry and baking. So pastry and baking doesn't mean it's only includes pastry or cakes. It includes a lot of other elements as well, like tarts, savory items, vinocere, travel cakes, chocolates. Wedding cake is a very, very big business. Sugar art, chocolate display, a lot of other things as well. So we offer diplomas and advanced diplomas in pastry and baking. These are primarily 6 months and 1 year program. Then we have a second program which is called as Culinary Arts. Culinary is primarily where we cover different cuisines. So it can be something like a French cuisine, Italian, Chinese, Indian, North Indian, South Indian, non-vegetarian. So all the cuisines we cover in Hot Kitchen. That's another vertical we operate. That is again a 6 months and a 9 months program. Then we have a third program which is meant for the school students after their class 12. They can take up a 3-year program with us in which they study, we call it as a dual program or a 3-year UG program. The first year primarily into pastry and baking, second year into business and culinary. The third year is completely into industry internships, 6 months in France and 6 months in Middle East. So in this way, we have designed a 3-year model. Our academy is very, very near to your school, and although because of COVID, we are not open for students. But we have also started with our online programs because of this COVID. So these online programs are for 2 days and extending up to 1 month programs. So students can take up these programs at a school level also, and they can have an exposure towards what this industry is all about, what it makes you to be a chef, how is a life as a chef. So you interact with a lot of chefs, and it's classes conducted through Zoom. I'll share my details in the chat box. Please feel free to write to me or give me a call on my number. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you very much. Now I would like to call Ms. Meenu Arora from Kriya University to take on from here.
Good evening, everyone. And I hope after having such a good presentation of pastries, now you will be interested in listening about liberal arts. So I basically represent Kriya University. Kriya University is a liberal arts university which is situated in Sri City in Andhra Pradesh, 70 kilometers away from the Chennai airport. So this is the campus. So basically, some academicians, industrialists, and as you can see, Sundar Ramaswamy, who is also visiting faculty in University of Maryland, Baltimore in US, all these intellectuals, they came together to reimagine the 21st century, that how the education and employability is going to take up a shape in Industry 4.0. And they very thoughtfully curated this system of liberal arts, with a little difference that it is basically we emphasize on interwoven learning, where they have curated, they have weaved arts into sciences, past into future, and yes, theory into action. So they invited faculty from all over the world with various kinds of talents, which are not experts only in their disciplines, but also have some other kind of talent, may it be a dance, maybe being a classical singer, or maybe a pianist. We basically at Kriya, we offer BA and BSc degree courses, which are 3-year courses. We have 4th year also, which is the advanced level, which is optional. If somebody wants to continue and still wants to do the research in a particular field, or wants to apply abroad for the postgrad program and want a 4th year, they can join the 4th year. And as you can see, BA and BSc honors courses, the beauty of this is that you can pick up any program and there is no prerequisite. So if you don't have maths in your 11th and 12th, you can still go for economics. We have all kinds of rich courses available with us, and we will take care of the fact that we prepare you for all the mathematical skills which are required for economics. And that goes true for any subject. Even if you have not done science in your high school, you can still go for BSc courses. You can, very soon we are going to come up with a list of some specific joint majors, and or you can choose one major and one minor across both the disciplines. You can choose political science with biological science, or history with mathematics. Everything is possible. We provide minors in business studies and philosophy. We don't have majors in that. And in fact, you can also do an integrated major where 3 subjects can be combined. So in order to have a BA or BSc degree, you basically need to complete 35 courses. And as you can see, we strongly believe in immersive learning. So between year 1 and year 2, we involve students in social impact leadership programs. And between year 2 and 3, we involve them with the internships with different industries. And to support this immersive learning, we also invite leaders from various industries and maybe other foreign universities who have a specialization in that particular subject. So these are basically the guiding principles of the whole curriculum, whether you're doing BA course or the BSc course. All
Meenu ma'am, can you hear us? I think there's some technical glitch at her side. We'll just wait for 2-3 minutes for her. Meanwhile, students, if you have any queries for other universities, you can drop in your questions in Q&A box. We're waiting for your questions. You can drop in your questions in Q&A box and we will be readily answering them. You can even drop in your any career related query also in the Q&A box. We'll wait for Kanchi ma'am to rejoin the session and then we'll start with the presentation. Meanwhile, you can drop in your questions. This is for Bhupinder ma'am. She is the career counselor of Shalom Zills International. So ma'am, if you want to say a few words, you can do that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Almas ma'am. I'm so grateful and happy like every year with the help of ICAE. So we used to organize such career fair, educational career fair with the support of Mr. Nazir. And Nazir sir must be, I couldn't find Nazir sir here. So I'm so glad you're being here and, you know, guiding our students with the various career opportunities and different fields and the different placement processes and admission processes being lined up. I'm so glad and happy and wonderfully, you know, spoken by all those counselors and the delegates over here. I really appreciate your move, the way ICAE, every time they used to help our students, not only the Shalom, but everywhere I have seen it through the Facebook posts and already been contacted, you know, with Mr. Nazir. So I'm glad and happy our students will definitely get fruitful ideas from the different the delegates of the universities, and I hope students will also enjoy the same. Yeah, I request all the students as well to please maximum ask your queries and doubts regarding whatever you want to choose it in future. It will definitely help you out in deciding your various career paths that be different universities that they offer. And yes, thank you so much, Almas ma'am. So I think
thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I can, meanwhile, Meenu ma'am joins back. We have few queries. So Michelle says, please provide insights on Shivnadar. Do they provide BTech and BE? So I guess Meenu ma'am is there. So we'll just take on from there. So ma'am, over to you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes. So I guess there was some technical glitch.
Yeah, and Almas, as you know, that is my okay. So I will not be able to use the PPT.
Sure. We can, yeah, we can do without that. Yeah.
I'm using my phone.
You're a very good speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking about I was talking about the guiding principles. So we make sure that all our students are become the impactful, agile, and ethical leaders for future. And that is why in all our classes, you know, we believe in the interwoven learning, where don't get surprised if you're attending a maths class and a physics professor will come and will talk about ethics. And you know, when you are studying physics, maybe history professor will come and will talk to you that how the physics as such was evolved, you know, the historical perspective. So we make sure that we try to connect the past with the future through our present. And yes, we also give emphasis on the data analytics. So whichever subject you are studying, whether you're studying psychology, history, sociology, or maths or computer science, you will be talking about you know, data, because data is the language of 21st century. Now, keeping in mind, we don't want all of you to become data scientists, but data is the language. So when people are talking about data, you should be able to interpret, you should be able to understand what is data all about. And also, as far as immersive experience is concerned, we have various partnerships with foreign universities and industries, where you can go to the foreign university maybe during the summer programs. Like this summer, one girl, Manvi, went to University of Chicago, did not go because of the COVID situation, so everything was converted online. So she did a summer program on data and policy, and every thing was borne by Kriya University. Now, as far as the admission process is concerned, we look at the overall profile of the student, and for that we have 2 stages to follow, and we try to look at a student who is open-minded, who is creative enough, who follows the ethical standards, and who is a good team worker. So in the first stage, you fill up the online application, which consists of your personal story as well as your academic transcripts, your extracurricular and co-curricular activities. And if you're shortlisted in stage 1, then you move to stage 2. Stage 2, we call it as Kriya Immersive Day. You know, there we have individual activities as well as the group activities. We can discuss the details if you have questions regarding that. And looking at the COVID situation, we have converted everything online. Otherwise, by next year, I hope that we will be able to take you to a physical space. And so we take you to a historical place, say Humayun Tomb or Qutub Minar, in a group of 15 along with the professors. And then we have the individual and group activity there, along with a small quantitative test, which is for 30 minutes. You don't need to prepare for that. And that's it. Our fee structure is, we do have financial aids available. The fee structure is 6.75 per annum, 6.75 lakhs per annum, plus the living expense is 1.5. And we don't have any merit scholarship, but we do have financial aid, and almost 50% students of the first cohort who are, somebody is dancer, somebody is a national level sports person, everybody is on some or the other financial aid. We go up to 100% financial aid also. Rest, I think I can take up in the questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. So students, we are open for questions. I can see a lot of questions have been answered. So we were on to the question for Shiv Nadar. Please provide insights on Shiv Nadar. Do they provide BTech BE? So Gargi, that is for you. If you can answer that question.
I have already answered that question.
Okay, yeah. If you can answer it live, because most of the students have same questions.
No, I
so it will save our time. Yeah.
Absolutely. We do provide BE, BTech in chemical, civil, electronics, that's EEE, ECE, computer science being the major one, which students look out for, and even the mechanical. Since 2011, SNU has been running BE programs, and this year, we're in a virtual ceremony, we did pass out our 5th batch. So it was a 5th convocation this year. So yes, we are majorly into BE. That's one of our fortes, I would say.
Thank you, Gargi. So this question is for all the universities. She says, this is Trisha Carville from class 12 science stream. She says, are there any training programs associated with discipline of psychology at any of these universities? I think she is referring to major and minor courses with psychology. And by training, she says, one part in India and other part she can complete in any overseas university. So any of you can answer that.
And I couldn't hear it properly. Your voice was cracking.
Should I repeat the question, Neha?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was asking about psychology with any minor course. Major in psychology and any other minor with that.
Yes, Almas. So I've already answered that question. That, you know,
yes.
There are semester exchange programs at Plain University, and we have tie-ups with one of the best, few of the best names like York University, King's University, Babson, Indiana University, Yale University, Boston. So there are exchange programs running. Of course, the students have to earn a certain number of credits to be eligible for these programs. So it's an exchange program at Plain University.
Okay. Thank you, Neha. Your voice is a bit cracking.
At Kriya also.
Yes, ma'am. I was coming to you.
At Kriya also, anybody can do a major in psychology, and you can pick up minor from any other minor, may it be economics, history, or biology. You can pick up any minor along with your major.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So students, please drop in your queries. We're
Only
waiting
some
for
who
your
can go
questions.
abroad.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Your voice is breaking in between. Yeah. So students, we are waiting for your questions. Meanwhile, Bhupinda ma'am, if you have any query with the universities, you can also go ahead with that.
Yeah, actually, I would like to ask if, in case there are science students who have joined in any course that are available from the universities being present here, any science course like where they can, get more career options on the science stream, because mostly the students, they would like to understand the process, the admission processes in BSc or in BTech courses. So that would be a good insight if we can get more guidance on that.
Definitely. So one by one, you can answer this question.
So can I start with that?
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, so at UPS, we have more than 35 specializations to offer in science stream. So at UPS, we don't, call science just a plain BTech degree. So we have specialization associated to it. So if I'll talk about computer science engineering, so from blockchain to artificial intelligence to Internet of Things, we have more than 17 specializations to offer. Similarly, because we have segregated science into computer science and non-computer science domain, so we have unconventional career options like avionics, which is an amalgamation of aviation and electronics. We have megatronics. We have courses like petroleum engineering. We have fire and safety engineering. So these are the courses which offers you 100% of placements, and they are highly recognized courses with industry giants as well. And when we talk about computer science engineering, so all our programs are certified by industry giants like IBM and Xebia. So they are co-delivered, co-developed, and co-certified by these giants. So the eligibility is, is 50%. You have to score 50% more. You have to score in class 10th and 12th, along with the PCM aggregate. So this makes you eligible to appear for university examination. Yeah, and we do provide a lot of research projects. We also encourage a lot of students to go for live industry projects because we are associated with Niti Aayog. So we do a lot of research projects, for India.
Thank you. Thank you, Weber. So any other university who wants to add, and maybe from OP Jindal University, Deepmala, who want to add on to it.
Yes, we are, as I said, we are primarily a social science college, but yes, we have also offer and all the science students, they can of course join any of our programs. But particularly if you talk about science students and a transition, then we have BA Arch, that is BA in architecture again, where the criteria is of course the PCM, that is physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So that's one, but primarily we are into social sciences and we give BA.
So this is my question to Weber and all of you. Do you accept SAT and JEE also for the science?
Right. So we do consider competitive exams, scores. So IIT JEE scores, SAT scores. Yes, we do consider. I mean, we have board merit, scholarships and a pathway also to appear to enroll admissions as well. So when we talk about computer science and when we talk about BTech engineering program, so we also emphasize on the management side of it. So at UPS we call it engineering plus plus. So with this we are not offering BTech degree only. So we'll be offering diplomas which are free of cost, and these diplomas are related to the management side. So we are offering electives like AI/ML to all the engineering students, whether he'll be studying avionics, whether he'll be studying mechatronics, or fire and safety engineering. We are helping them to get exposed to robotics, AI. So these are the compulsion for all the students to study. We also have electives like design thinking for all the students. So yeah, so at UPS BTech is is at par to what is there in universities. The curriculum is global, and yeah, the future is bright.
Thank you, Vaibhav. So, Meenu ma'am, this question is for you. This is from Nishtha. She says, can we study physics with history even if we don't have science in 11th and 12th? You're on mute, ma'am. So we'll get back to this question. Meanwhile, students, if you have more questions, please drop in your questions now.
I'm so sorry, Almas ma'am. There was some internet glitch over here on my side as well.
Yes.
I would like to ask, yeah, from Kriya University, like there was again a network issue at that time when ma'am was speaking about.
Yes,
so
yes.
I would like to just understand about more various career options that Kriya offers. I wasn't able to hear it properly because of the internet glitch. So can ma'am
Sure, I will.
career, because we have. Yeah, because we have really, got to know about this upcoming university like Kriya, and like children also would like to understand more about the various career options from Kriya.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, can you hear me? I think I was muted from there. Anyways, so at Kriya, yes, of course, even if you have not studied sciences, you can always take up physics at Kriya. There are no prerequisite. And in fact, we have rich courses. Like for the coming up session, some students for whom we felt that they need some rich courses, have rich form with sciences, even if you have not studied. Secondly, when you were talking about the sciences, I would like to say one thing about Kriya University, that we don't have engineering degrees or BTech degrees, but we do have sciences like biophysics, chemistry, maths, and computer sciences. And, we follow the interdisciplinary approach, and that is the need of the hour. I have seen now many students are combining bio and computer science or maths, to pursue bioinformatics at their master's level. So because we try to give you a broad-based education which prepares you for a variety of careers, because sometimes we are not sure about the specializations at the undergrad level. And one more thing, Almas, here I would like to mention that when you enter, the student who asked this question right now, when you enter Kriya University, you don't enter with a major. You enter a batch where you do the main core courses and the skill courses. So every student will study about design thinking, mathematical reasoning, and social studies, and all these subjects. It is only by the second year that you are supposed to declare your major. So you have full 1 year to explore all kinds of subjects to decide your major.
So just to wrap up this session, I would like all of you to say a few lines for the students who have just received their results. What should they expect and how to actually go about their future studies? Just few lines from all of you. So we'll start with Meenu ma'am, as she is there right now. Yeah.
So if you have said the closing general, nothing's versatile, because basically I'm a counseling psychologist also. So students, I will say that whenever you are choosing a university, don't choose a university just because of any surface value. See what is the university for you. People look for best fit university only when they're applying to US, but I strongly believe that for a best fit university here in India, in a particular school, now there are so many particular philosophy. So try to see whether your vision of life matches with the philosophy of the university. One. Secondly, along with the degree, always prepare yourself with the skills which are needed for the 21st century. And here, yes, I can talk about Kriya. We do prepare you for the skills which are required for industry folk. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So over to Neha.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I would just like to wish all the best to all the students, because it's a very different scenario than usual. Every time we used to have these physical career fairs and interactions, but this year things are very different. So my suggestion to all of you is that please go through all the options available to you. I mean, starting from OP Jindal to Kriya to all of the delegates that are present today. You must go through everything, analyze everything properly, that where your interest lies in, and then decide where you want to apply. So do not miss on any chance. Even our admission cycle will open sometime in October, and the forms will be out. This year, of course, we are starting with the online batches soon. But from next year, we hope to have you on campus. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Neha. Over to OP Jindal now.
Okay, I think I'll echo the same thing as what Meenu ma'am has said and Neha has said. It's the same thing. Choose wisely, do your research, and spend time with each and every university. Now that you are connected with us, be in touch, ask questions, and then make an informed decision. And more than anything else, just relax and just be hopeful. We will prevail and we'll all do well. So let's be optimistic and let's enjoy each and every moment and look within if we can't look out at this point of time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I also think that we are the best judge for ourselves. We are the only one who can judge ourselves what we are capable of. So we should actually select everything according to what our needs are, and what we can do actually with that, whatever we are choosing. So we can go ahead with that. Now over to Shiv Nadar University. I think she is not here. Kargi. So we'll move on to Pearl.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say that all the best to all the students. I come from an academy wherein everything hovers around creativity, right? So don't have to be bothered about, or don't take it to your heart if in case you're not able to score well in your class 11, 12, whatever. Just follow your passion. Do not follow your friends, right? So you will have ample of amount of time to have new friends in life. Just do whatever you like to do, and irrespective you are with science, humanities, arts, commerce. The courses that we have been offering at Pearl caters to the all needs. Irrespective you have mathematics, no mathematics with you, don't have to be worried about. Just enjoy every moment of your life. Stay blessed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Gaurav, over to you.
Hi, everyone. During this COVID, I share my example with you. I firmly believe now that it is very important for all of us to have some hobbies in life, some interesting things which you can follow throughout your life along with your academics. Okay, so develop some skill. It can be painting, it can be music, it can be dance, it can be cooking, anything of that sort. So something of this skill you should have. I firmly believe college, degree, certificate, diplomas, those all are secondary. Sorry to use the word. My fellow members might not agree with me, but still, these are second things. The first is love what you do and develop some skill set. That's fine. All the best, everyone.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you very much for all your suggestions. I hope these things will definitely help all the students who are looking for the further studies options. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Bhupinder ma'am. Thank you all the students of Shallums. Yes.
Yeah,
I just missed. Yeah, thank you very much. For now, yeah, this is goodbye for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, everyone.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
You too. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.